Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'll be discussing the day-to-day performance on the Asus MEMO Pad 7. Now if you've been following my channel, you must have seen a few videos on this. I've done a gaming performance video and I've also done an unboxing and a quick hands-on. So in this video I'll be discussing, like I said, the day-to-day performance, and eventually I will jump to a verdict. The big question is this tablet worth your hard-earned cash? In short, I would say yes, because this tablet only costs you £99, and for £99 it is offering a lot. Like I said, if you've not seen my gaming performance video on the tablet and other unboxing and stuff, please go through that and they will give you more information about the tablet. But in this video I'll be just specifically concentrating on the day-to-day performance, like checking emails and browsing on the web and doing just normal general stuff. So first of all, let's get through to the home screens. As you can see, the animations are fairly decent. I can see just a bit of lag, but then again, for 99% of the people, for this kind of budget, it is very, very nice. I've seen high-end tablets sometimes lag. For instance, Samsung Galaxy tablets, even on the high end, sometimes you see lag on the animations and on the home screens. Now let's pinch and zoom and see. There you go. This is the overall view of all the home screens. As you can see, it is very, very nice and very, very smooth. Like I said, again and again, £99 is nothing for a tablet of this sort. This tablet is actually has an Intel chipset, which is a quad-core processor, clocked at 1.86 GHz, and this is also backed up by 1 gig of DDR3 RAM. So specs are not top of the range, but they're enough to give you a nice, smooth experience. Now let's go into the app drawer and see how it fares up. There we go. As you can see, it's fairly smooth, not bad. And animations, transitions through the app drawer, going through different apps is pretty nice. For most people, this will be more than enough. There are a lot of people out there who got family and kids. So if you are buying this for your kids, be rest assured that the kids are going to love this tablet. The tablet can play all sort of games like Dead Target, Robocop, GT Racing, blah blah blah. I've got my 2 emails configured on the tablet, and they've been constantly syncing at the back end. All this time I've been using the tablet for the past few days. So I've had 2 accounts configured, as you can see, my Hotmail and my Gmail, and I had a pretty decent experience. Let's open the browser. Now the tablet has, I think it comes with the stock browser. This is the stock browser on the left. This is the one which comes with the tablet as standard, and you can also obviously install the Chrome browser, which is right on top. So in my experience so far, I think the Chrome browser is a bit on the heavy side for the tablet, so the tablet doesn't perform as well as it would on the stock browser. But still, on Chrome, as you can see, I'm trying to pinch and zoom in and zoom out, and it's very, very nice, not too bad at all. But if you actually go into the stock browser, the one which comes with the tablet, and you can see this has a bit more, it's got better rendering, and it's got more sorry, this error actually comes up for some reason. It doesn't affect the day-to-day performance, but it says unfortunately context has stopped. So it seems to me this is something where you were syncing the context at the back end with your Google account, and this error keeps on coming up every now and then, but it doesn't affect the day-to-day normal performance whilst you're doing your stuff. Anyways, back to the stock browser again, and like I said, the stock browser on the tablet is much more quicker to render. It's got a better touch sensitivity to it, and also the pinch and zooming function is much more responsive on the stock browser. Even the way the pages open up on the stock browser is a bit more quicker than the Chrome browser, and obviously the reason for that is because the vendor Asus, who made this tablet, have actually optimized this browser for the tablet's hardware and software. That's why it's a bit more responsive, and it's more easier and pleasant on the eyes and on the fingers as well. So all in all, not bad at all. Let's get out now. Let's do a bit of multitasking. Let's go into the Play Store. And my Wi-Fi is a bit on the slow side. I do apologize about that. I'm at work, so sometimes it's a bit of a hit and miss. So sometimes it slows down. But like I said, if you got a strong Wi-Fi at home, then the tablet will fare pretty decently, and the pages and the apps and everything opens really, really quick. As you can see, going from different apps to app drawer onto the home screen, pinching and zooming, doing different stuff that you normally do. Let's go into settings, and let's go and have a look and see which version of Android the tablet is running. There we go. You have Android KitKat 4.4.2, which is not the latest because we have 4.4.4 out already, but I hope at some point Asus will update it to 4.4.4. But then again, still KitKat, even if it's 4.4.2, is a very stable version, and it's very responsive. and I can see Project Butter's implementation in the tablet. Very nice. So all in all, doing the day-to-day stuff, you don't see lag unless you push the tablet to its limits. You will probably see some lag here and there, but for the price, like I said, £99, you really can't go wrong. Like I said, I've had my 2 emails account configured for the past few days. I've been browsing on the tablet as well. I've played games on it, and so far I am actually pretty impressed with the performance for the money. Also, it can play all the heavy games and stuff, so it's not too bad. The screen is a 720p screen. I've got the brightness set at half because otherwise the camera struggles. So if I push it all the way to the limit, you will see it's going to get really bright, and you will hardly be able to see anything on the screen. So the brightness is fairly nice, and the colors are quite crisp, and you can see everything very clearly. But for the sake of the video, I've kept the brightness down to about half, so that at least you guys can see what's going on the screen. So I think in day-to-day performance, I am very satisfied, if not impressed. But then again, you're only paying £99 for the tablet. So if you've got kids at home, and if you're looking to buy this as a Christmas present, I think this will be an ideal present this year for your children, or for any other family members you wish to buy this tablet for £99. Now, even if you are a heavy user, and if you tend to play games and you tend to do a lot of heavy stuff, I'm pretty sure the tablet will not disappoint you. The only areas where the tablet is weak is, I think, on the cameras. The front camera is, I think, it's only a VGA camera, and the back camera is only 2 megapixel. But then again, how many people will be taking photos with their tablets? Very few. If you're going to take photos, most likely you're going to end up taking photos with your smartphone or a dedicated camera. So tablets are primarily not used for taking photos. Okay, now when we talk about the lower end budget of the tablets, there's another tablet which comes to your mind, and most people know about that tablet, and that is the Nexus 7. I also have a Nexus 7 next to me here. As you can see, this is the Nexus 7 2013 model, and often a lot of people actually compare this with all the budget tablets. And as we know, Nexus tablet is a decent tablet. It's made by Asus as well, but it's on the higher end. It has 2 GB of RAM and a Snapdragon Qualcomm quad-core processor, and also it has a full HD screen. So it's slightly different from the one which I showed you earlier. But let me turn the camera around and put these both together and see how they fare up. As you can see, they're almost both the same size. Nexus is a bit on the taller side. As you can see, it's slightly taller. Yeah. What I found out that in day-to-day use, if you're going to be using your tablet with one hand, it's much easier to grip the MeMO Pad as compared to the Nexus 7. But in terms of performance, I think the Nexus 7 beats this tablet hands down. But then again, you're going to be paying more money. The Nexus 7 with the 16 gig version will cost you around 160, 170, whereas the Asus MEMO Pad 7 will cost you only £99, and plus on top of that, you can expand the memory on the Asus MEMO Pad. It's got an SD card slot, and you can expand it up to, I think, 64 gig, whereas on the Nexus it will cost you more, and you only got fixed 16 gig version. You also have a 32 gig version, but before that you'll have to probably pay close to £200, or in some cases maybe more. So if you have got more money than £99, then yes, I do recommend the Nexus. And when it comes to budget tablet and performance and having the latest KitKat, the latest Android version, you cannot beat Nexus. Obviously, it's the king of budget tablets. But then again, for everybody out there, the limit of the budget is different. Some people are not willing to spend more than £100. Some can spend up to £150, and some can spend even more and buy a high-end tablet. Okay, so putting the Nexus away, and let's get back onto the MEMO Pad again. So in short, I think the performance on the Nexus is pretty decent, and for day-to-day tasks, checking your emails, browsing the internet, and playing gaming, the tablet can actually can give you a fair performance, a decent performance. It's not too bad, and for £99 you can't go wrong. It's a decent tablet. I'm very impressed, to be honest. For the price tag that is, you're not going to expect top-of-the-range performance from this tablet. But like I said, for day-to-day performance, gaming, checking email, browsing and stuff, the tablet has got a lot to offer. And the Intel quad-core chipset, clocked at 1.8 gigs, is giving you a very reasonable and decent performance. The screen is obviously on the 720p side. It's not full HD, but then again, for most people, it will be more than enough. So all in all, I think I'm impressed. And if you're looking to buy something this Christmas, something cheap, a cheap tablet like this, I think from my side, it's a thumbs up. You can go ahead with it, and the tablet has a decent performance to it, and you will not be disappointed. Of my last few days with the tablet, I am actually very impressed. For £99, the price is very good, and the performance is extremely satisfying. So guys, this was the performance and final conclusion on the Asus MEMO Pad 7, model number ME176CX for 2014. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if you've got any questions, please fire them in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to help. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.